Welcome to Life Theories with the beautiful Diana from America, the lovely Sarah from Canada, and
Hello.
Batman will be here. He's driving his Batmobile back in the UK, Cortez Medford. I think he's driving back with his Uber Eats. And I'm Jay from Australia, and I look like, it's 6 a.m. here. So, there you go.
Jay needs to go to bed.
I need to go to sleep. No, I had a good sleep, but it's okay. Run down. We're talking about being run down. Diana and I have been talking about being run down just emotionally and stuff, but we'll talk about that another time. So it's a case of looking after your own body.
Yeah, that's important.
Yes, it is.
Been feeling extremely tired myself lately. I just want to sleep all the time.
It's been a big drainer to talk about like the changes in what's happening in the last 5 to 6 weeks. A lot of challenges. I think emotion-based challenges. There you go.
I have a very interesting theory on the universe testing us. I don't think the universe does test us. I think it sets us up to learn lessons that our souls need to learn. And in doing that, if you've ever noticed that there are specific lessons that you don't quite learn the first time, and the universe will put you in a very similar situation a couple years down the road and make you go over it again and again and again until you figure it out. I think that's the universe just trying to get your soul to take on that lesson and really learn what that lesson has to offer instead of being tested. I don't think the universe has that much forethought into planning tests for us. I think our souls, when we came here, signed on to learn very specific lessons. And the universe helps put things in our path so our soul can learn these lessons. So rather than looking at things like you're being tested, look at it like a lesson. And when these tests or lessons come up, if you look at it in a way of, what am I supposed to learn from this? Where have I experienced this before? How did I experience this before? What could I do differently this time to learn the lesson I need to learn from this experience so that I can move on and stop experiencing this in a circle or in a cycle? So instead of feeling like a victim of some kind of cruel test, look at it like you're a student and the teacher or the mentor, which is the universe, is presenting you with another opportunity to learn something.
I like your theory. I really do. I really do. I've been put through a fair few challenges. And I think, as I said to you, go back to what Russell Brand says, all comes down to one word, whether it's innocence, whether it's happiness, what else we got there? Acceptance. What else we got there? Love, self-love, trust, worth. So you could actually get what you just said and go, right, what word is associated with that lesson for your own self to move on? And I can say for me personally, it's obviously getting my self-worth, excuse me, and the lesson of dealing with people, accepting people for what they are. But I find the biggest problem is, and this is where I had the problem for the last probably 4 or 5 weeks, which basically stuffed me up, was, you know how we always do things? We always do things, right? For me, I always do things because I'm either indirectly affected if I don't do it. Okay, so you're working in a team and someone doesn't pull their weight, but it affects you.
Yeah.
So you have to get over yourself in a way where you just do it, my opinion, because otherwise it starts a fight and it's not good. You got that one there, or you're basically indirectly being affected by the decision, or you got that lesson to learn, and they're telling you got to step up and learn this. And for me, it's been like that. It's been a big struggle dealing with people, and being listened to, because people just don't really care, to be perfectly honest, from what I see. What do you think, Diana?
So I look at it as more So the video I made, I say it's more like responding to you, right? So the vibration you're putting out. So especially when we're going through times of transformation, we've been the whole life, we've been acting as an old version, right? A certain version with certain patterns and thoughts and behaviors and everything, right? So is it testing you? It's kind of just responding. Maybe there's some mixed vibration you're putting out. You're trying to be the new version, act differently and do this, but you have this old version that's been your energy, all these emotions, experiences been in your energy field for a while and behaviors and everything. So when you're changing, there's a transformational stage, right? So even though you may only change to do this and you're like, and you ask, I agree with Sarah, getting on the victim mindset. It's not why is this happening to me? It's just, yeah, it's kind of learning a lesson and like, how can I show up as the new version and keep putting that vibration, that frequency out so that gets reflected back to me and not kind of going back and forth between different states of being and different beliefs, like having doubts. So you're trying to be this way, but then you're having doubts. You're kind of putting out a mixed vibration sometimes. So yeah, sometimes I don't know if pet test is the word, but just kind of responding. It's just, which version are you? Which one are you?
Yeah. And it's kind of learning from, if it's something that you've gone through before, like a lesson repeating itself, it's what version of me approached this lesson last time? How did it work out? How did it not work out? And what other version of me can I bring forth this time to correct the issues that stemmed from last time that didn't quite sink in the time before?
People have the capacity, what I see, to actually listen properly. They say to me, I don't listen. I mean, I hear everything they say, but what people do, especially, I'm in a school scene, so I'm working with other teachers and stuff. They're just like, they do what they have to do. But when you're in a situation of a meeting, you're in a meeting and stuff. And then you just they're going off tangent and just getting what they can in. It makes absolutely no sense because they have to get what they want to say in. They have all these, you should, but where is the, okay, what are we going to do to fix this? I was going to say, then you can't force people to listen in that way, because I see it all the time. It could be language. I mean, I think I'm pretty blunt and pretty direct. It's a case of having the respect for the person to say,
yeah,
right, they're in charge, or they have problems, come and speak to them, instead of trying to, the way they go about it's not the right way to actually enhance what the topic is or the situation, or to diffuse the situation.
Well,
yeah.
If you, it's all about how you approach the situation and the words that you use to open the conversation. I used to have a really big problem with not knowing what is an acceptable way to get people back on track conversationally, how to stop coming at people like it's a blame thing, or they feel like they need to defend their opinion in some way. So they become defensive and the conversation becomes about them defending their honor and you checking back in with that, as opposed to what you were actually trying to talk about.
You can, she's Diana's sitting there doing their yes. Now I'm going to talk about my.
I have nails now, so like I just like to do things. I fidget. See, now that you have me on the gallery thing, now you can see what I'm doing. That's just how I am. I'm like I'm forgetting. So had a lot of different kinds of jobs and work. Just dealt with a lot of crazy people and interesting personality. I don't say crazy, interesting, difficult personalities. But even to this day, basically, I just remember I'm able to detach from things a lot more than I used to and take the emotion out of it. I kind of just go in a neutral spot. I kind of see that they're at a different level of consciousness. It's not about me getting triggered, because look, we're all humans. We get triggered sometimes, especially there's some people that are more difficult than others. So I try to remove the emotion and especially in work situations, because look, we have to work as a team or with other people. We have to keep working together. So me getting upset for like 5 seconds and then I get over it is not worth the effect that's going to have on our goal of what we're trying to work together and the morale of the team and everything. So when it comes to that kind of stuff, I just kind of, I'm able to direct it. I'm able to just have, it's about listening, not trying to talk over the person and get your point across. This is just not just work, any situation, but that's kind of what I've dealt with more recently. Probably people at work and stuff. And yeah, I'm working from home still. And, you know, there's some people. So I just kind of try to understand where they're coming from. I sit back and I said, this is really not worth my energy in reacting. And it's really just, that just makes it worse for me. And most likely me reacting is not going to get their point. It's not making anything better. Let's just say that. So I try to sit back and I try to understand where they're coming from. And I kind of listen. I just try to give like a neutral response. Well, hey, I understand this. You feel this way, or I understand this, blah, blah, blah. But this, you know, but in order for us to get the result we want, we need to do, or I don't do too much of like, I think, or it'd be best if this needs to happen. You know, there's a way to approach it, you know.
Yeah.
More neutral approach, understanding, sit back, not all tense. And but I understand some people are different, but it's just not worth it. And being all mad and triggered, you're gonna be triggered all day over something that happened for 1 minute at work, and you're gonna like, it's ridiculous, man. Or just in life, I mean, in all areas of life, but some things are just not worth. It's not gonna mean shit tomorrow. It's not gonna mean shit in an hour, 5 minutes. So
I took that attitude, your attitude I took, right? So I had a crappy day, like on Thursday down here. And so we had some issues and whatever it may be, right? So I walked out being responsible and all this stuff. So I took your attitude. The next day I got up and go, right, stuff this for a joke. Let's go sort this out. I'm just going to do what I do best. And mate, the energy just changed. And I'll be honest with you, I ignored certain things that are coming out, certain personality traits and all that. This is how it is. This is where it is. If you come with and what I did is exactly what Sarah said. I came with a different attitude. Well, an attitude that I'm supposed to be. This is the way it is. If you don't like it, bad luck. And I just did what I did. Everything was, and the whole vibe changed.
Yeah.
The whole vibe changed, which was good.
Yeah.
Then when I did have that conflict with someone who, basically just, like something happened, but it was basically had to make an announcement. It was a quick fix. And I was just caught off guard. I didn't actually mention everything I had to mention. Walked in, I go, oh, sorry, just the question was, oh, why didn't you do this bit? I was about to say, why didn't you get up and come and walk to me and see that we are doing this project together? You could have got your stuff in. You saw me up there. Why didn't you get up? You just sat there. I didn't say that. I've gone, what I did was I problem solved. I go, right, I'll fix this. Walked out, fixed it up and put a announcement where I have to do, just so everyone could see what they're doing. So, and then I walked in, I go, guess what? Fixed it, problem solver, bang. And I walked off.
There you go.
And
It's all about how you respond to situations. If you were to respond to that differently and be like, well, nobody else is doing anything, this is bullshit, and you come at it like, if nobody's going to fix it, then why should I kind of attitude, that perspective is going to only bring you more problems.
That's right.
But if you come at it with the perspective of, people aren't here to fuck around. People are here to get things done. If people aren't getting things done, I know I'm capable of getting things done. I don't have to rely on everybody else to get this done if it needs to get done and they're slacking. If you come in with the perspective of everybody is here to work together and help, and where they can't pick up, I can pick up the slack, as opposed to coming in, everyone I work with is an idiot. Nobody does anything except for me. I'm the only one that does anything right. You're going to walk in there with a resentful attitude. You're going to have a pissy attitude all day at work. You're going to be rude to the people you're working with because your ego is feeling like you're better than them and they're useless. So subconsciously, you're going to start reacting differently to your coworkers, rather than coming in there with the mindset and perspective like, everybody's here to work together. I've got it if they don't. We're all able to pick up each other's slack when we're falling behind, and let's just make a good day of this. If you come in with that attitude, you can leave the end of the day like Jay did, accomplishing things and not leaving the workday angry.
Yeah.
But if you show up with the attitude like everybody's going to fuck around, nobody does anything right, everybody's slacking, you show up with resentment and subconscious blocks towards your coworkers that will in turn make them subconsciously present that version of themselves to you. If you've got it in your mind that everyone around you is an idiot, they're going to present that idiot mentality back to you, because it's already been perceived in your head that that's the way that they are. If you come at them with the perspective of these people suck, they're going to show you the sucky version of themselves. But if you come at it with the perspective of everybody's here to work together, we can all do this together, and we're all going to help each other pull the weight, then you'll be met with that perspective of everybody's going to, step up.
So I would add also kind of the focus, and tying in the ego to everything. So basically, focus needs to be on, if you focus on problems, look for problems, you're going to have problems. If you focus on solutions, you'll find solutions. So you have to shift your focus, the energy focus, and also focusing on ego is right, separation, right? I have to do everything myself. These people it's like separation when you focus on unity instead of separation. So if you have more of that focus, you might come up with solutions that involve everybody and where you can communicate your needs without coming like triggering somebody or, things like that.
What about we point to this lady here? So she got me into, we were talking the other day about talking about this kind of stuff, and she had some very good advice.
What, on taking a break?
Keep going.
Oh, yeah. So I guess talk about mental burnout, finding the balance and things. So we're kind of similar. You seem like kind of like a lot of energy like me. Your mind wants to go, man. You have all these projects, working on all these things, just like me, and which is good. It's great. I'm productive for whatever. I get stuff done. Cool. But it does take a toll on, and that's for jobs, anything I do, I'm like all in. I'm a very, extreme person. I think that has to do with kind of the addiction mentality I had too. Everything is like all or nothing. It's like there's no balance. But what happens when you do that? You get burnt out, and it's not very good for your mental health. So like even this week, we have all the energy shifts, everything going on, right? I felt emotional. I just felt burnout. I didn't even have the energy for 5 days. I didn't make videos. I didn't do anything, which is fine. That's okay. But for me in my head, I'm like, oh no, I didn't do this. I'm lazy. I didn't do anything for this many days. But really it's not. We need to like reprogram ourselves, right? It's not lazy. You need time to rest, to do energy, to do all the stuff we want to do. You can't be depleted. You can't get from an empty cup. And that also includes putting, other people's needs below ours. But it's just taking a break. Like I told him, I was like, challenge yourself. I was like, can you have a day where you just do nothing? Because yesterday he was like, oh, I'm busy doing this. I was like, can you just sit there and do nothing? He's like, oh, I'm just going to do 2 videos. Like only 2 videos is nothing, but it's challenge. I have trouble doing this too, right? Even on the weekend. I mean, I did rest for 5 days. It's cool, but I have some Saturdays where I'm like, I'm just kind of resting. Like, oh no, I need to edit this video and do a thumbnail. I need to do this. Like my brain resists just resting it. My brain, I can barely sit and watch a movie. See what I'm saying? Like I can't, it's so hard for me to sit. I don't mind, I go to sleep if I'm tired. That's not a problem, but it's just sitting there doing nothing. Like, and I'm not even talking meditating, because even meditating is something, you see what I'm saying? But it's just like, can I just sit and like chill? It's very hard for like, I almost freak out. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why that's so hard for me to do nothing.
I'm going to try that today. That's my job.
I challenge you.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm going to do it. Yep. Just do absolutely brainless stuff. Like if you walk around, like doing nothing for me is just plodding around, what if, laying on the couch won't work for me. I know that, but just plodding around and doing things at your own, if you want to do it, like, I don't know, just have a quick clean of the house or whatever it may be.
Oh, that's something. So I'm talking about like, well, I mean, I don't think I'm like something that's more relaxing. I mean, like something, I'm not saying watching TV or like just bummer, like, but I'm saying like not doing something that's like work related or something.
That's what I mean. Yeah. That's
productive, like a task, not doing a task.
Yeah, that's right. No, but
I'm not saying you have to sit there and do nothing and stare at a wall all day. Like
no. I know what you're saying. Yeah. But what I'm saying with mine, when we just it's not a priority thing. You just walk around and go, oh, I'll just clean this. Yeah, no worries. Just do that. And
that's what I did yesterday.
Yeah,
I literally nothing. I stayed in bed until like 2 in-the-afternoon just because I could, and my cat wouldn't get off me. So I just took that as a sign to like stay in bed.
Your cat knows. Exactly.
Oh yeah, he's great. He's perfect for that. And when I got up, I was like, oh, I should wipe this bathroom counter down. And that's like the biggest thing I did yesterday was like wipe down
There
my
you go.
counter. Recently learned about how to speak up, when to speak up, taking the opportunity to speak and say all of the things that you want to say when the opportunity is presented to you, and not letting those opportunities slip by. Yeah, just keep going. I'm just going to keep going with the growth and keep taking these lessons that the universe presents to me. I don't feel like I've fully come to any sort of aha moments with the trajectory of my life lately. So still taking it day by day and learning the lessons, and putting what I've learned into my daily practices so that I can grow into a better future for myself. How about you, Diana?
Yeah, what I'm learning to do, I realized that I know, remember you said before, we talked about the energy between the solar plexus and my sacral chakra, right? I feel like that's been going on for a long time. And it's kind of that extreme, right? So
Sorry
you're
about
kind of like more in the masculine and feminine, like more the drive and then close off emotionally, or I'm the complete opposite. So I'm working on finding that balance. So I'm learning to, I think a lot of that was through like the addiction stuff, right? I kind of learned to close myself off a lot as a defense mechanism for everything, just to keep myself safe. So, and I think that's why my solar plexus, that drive is so strong, but then that also enables me to get burnt out. I think that's also that, I think that's all like connected, right? So I'm learning to kind of just slow down a little bit, and making a video on that actually, but the slowing down part, but just kind of be more expressive of myself and just listen to my body and just allowing myself to express and say what I mean to say. There's certain things I don't say to certain people because I don't want to express emotion. I don't know. I just got used to being closed off for so long. So I'm trying to slowly like open it up again. I have to realize there's no threat here. There's like, I'm not in a threatening situation. I'm not with people that have hurt me in the past, just emotionally or any kind of way. And even the past relationship I was in. So I'm kind of just learning that it's okay. I don't have to like close off. I can just open up a little more and express myself a little more.
Yeah, it sounds really good. Sorry, apologies for that. Just drinking lots of water these days. It's good to flush.
It is.
But last, probably since March, start of March, that's when it's all sort of come in for me, and a lot of stuff going on. But the veils come off, and I see a lot of stuff that's happened in my about 20 years ago. So it's sort of like coming back.
Lessons repeating.
Yeah, lessons repeat. Lessons repeating because I'm at a higher consciousness to deal with it. And as I said, that situation where I had especially deal with people, and people having the attitude that they respect you for who they are, for who you are. But then, you obviously got to understand that people are people, and you just go, right, that's the attitude I had. I go, people are people. And that's just the way it is. And you can fix what you can fix. Live in the present. I heard that from some lady over in the USA. Hint, hint. Keeps telling me these things. But just, had to focus. Got to focus on what's important to you. I think the other big thing for me was freedom of choice and stuff like that. Because I'll be an example. Big challenge for me was the band I'm in. We debut next week, and I went and saw a band on a couple of days ago. That's what probably wore me out. But I saw what they did, and I'm just one of these people. I'm not going to outdo them. That's not the attitude. The attitude is, if they're at that level, I have to be at that level, because that level's very high. And even if you do it, whether it be with your band and with your books or whatever you may be doing, you like to challenge yourself and be at that level. So I just decided the next morning, I go, right. I went onto a site to get some props, and spent $1,500 on lights and smoke machines. So, but I had it. I says, as the guy said to me, he goes, "What level do you want?" It's a really good conversation. He goes, "What level do you want to be at?" Doesn't matter what you do in life. It was a very, very good conversation of what level do you want to be at? Where do you want to be? Do you want to be here, or do you want to be here? what's your attitude? And I always want to be here. I think we take that in life too. We always want to be here. So it was a really, really good conversation with the guy from the other band. And I just said, yeah, no, I said, mate, I appreciate what you just said. It's a big thing. You want to play crappy little gigs for 120 people? Do you want to go to 400-500 people, which I did when I was a pro wrestler? Yeah, you had your smaller gigs, but I had my bigger gigs where I was at 1,000, 1,500.
You were a wrestler?
Yeah, I was Australian champion. Excuse me. Google, turn
What?
off. Hey, Google, turn off.
He's a man of many hats. I always find out more things that he does. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I was.
I know.
I was.
I can't keep up with it. I can't keep up.
I was.
I know. I look at your Facebook. I'm like, what is he into this weekend? It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a flipper. Yeah, but no, 12 years ago, was it 12, 22? Yeah, about 12 years ago, I retired because I did me back in. But I was a pro wrestler for about 13 years, and I was Australian champion for a year. Had to,
Cool.
and I couldn't defend the belt, so I had to relinquish it because I couldn't get up to Sydney that much to defend it. So pro wrestling's they say the stage stuff, but it molded me in life. I could do a whole life theories on the life lessons they taught me. So it was amazing. But just getting back to that. So you sort of looking at being better within yourself. So it was a really good conversation with another guy in another band. I just looked at it and I gone, these guys love it. And it gave me the drive to say, I love this. And I know my two others, well, there's going to be some rumblings coming up. And the conversation thing might be a good one because I might. But so where do you want to go? If someone doesn't want to come on your journey, okay. Thank you very much for your time. There's the door, stage left.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was really. Then you look at it, it's not just your band; it's about your life as well. And I think I can see all of us really taking this to the next levels, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's a really good way to look at all aspects of life. Is what level do you want to be at with this? What level of friend do you want to be? What level of partner do you want to be? What level of parent do you want to be if you have kids? What level of teacher do you want to be if you're in a position of being in a leadership role? What kind of band member do you want to be? What kind of band do you want to be? What level do you want to be at in all these different areas?
Absolutely.
And what boundaries do you need to set to reach that level? But you just have to stick with it and stick with, this is the level that I want to achieve. And I'm going to set my life up in a way that makes it so that that level is attainable. Because if you've got a level of, I want to be this type of band with this type of stage effects and this type of performance and this type of equipment, you can't get there if your boundaries are, I'm just going to go spend my money on whatever I want on the weekends and I'm going to go spend my money drinking. No, like if you want to go and be that level of band member, you have to take your practice seriously. You have to take your extracurricular activities seriously so that you can save your money to put towards the band.
That's exactly right.
You have to set the boundaries of the kind of person and the kind of activities you're going to participate in to make sure that you get there. Because exactly you can have this dream of being all the way up here, but your boundaries will only get you this far because your boundaries don't allow you to take that other step because you're allowing too many things in your life that don't match with the frequency of what's up here.
Yeah.
I think the simple way to do it is just that version that you want to be, whatever that is, you have your goals, right? How would that version of me think, feel, and act? What would I believe about myself? My self-concept, that's very important because if you don't even see yourself as that version and can't even imagine that, it can't manifest. You know what I mean? You're not in that state. So, and also what would you believe about others and how people respond to you? So I just think, stepping in that new version, that's how to take action. And would this version of me take on this action or not? What kind of choices would I be making? Things like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's fantastic.
So this is Diana from Trailblazers of the Universe YouTube channel, and we are ending our wonderful life theory session. So check us out in our, we all post different versions of these videos on our channel at different times, and we edit different parts of it. So still check them out to get different clips. And we put our social medias on there as well.
And so I'm obviously Jay from Journey of a White Feather. I've got 2 new videos coming out, 35 and 36 chapters. Can't believe I've done that many. It's amazing.
So,
But anyway, but yeah, love and life. And thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much for joining. Over to you, Raven.
So my real name is Sarah. I can be found on social media at Small Sarah Big Soul. I am on YouTube and Facebook, and oh no, I'm not on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Instagram. And I'm on TikTok as well, but there's not much going on there yet. I have to do more. But yeah, these guys are much more on top of their social media posting than I am. I just enjoy coming along for the ride and doing the chats, and
Do whatever
yeah,
you have to
it's
do.
good. It's really good to be here. So I enjoy
Sweet.
you guys' company. It's great stuff.
Sweet as. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Life Theories with the 3 amigos and Batman. Peace
Next
out.
time we'll see you.
Peace out. Namaste. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And hopefully some of the words that we have spoken can help, just as your words help us when we're watching your videos. We'll like, subscribe, and share as far to your channels as well as best we can. So I do appreciate the patience for us to get to your channel. So thank you so much. That was Life Theories.
Thank you for watching, everybody.